Yes, the gift that keeps on giving. The the potato that keeps on sprouting. The mold that keeps on growing on the the damp wall. Yes, Rings of Power season 2. Yes, I remember watching season 1. Yup, that was a while ago. And actually the videos are on my YouTube. It was actually pretty fun to watch them and make reaction videos, so I'm gonna do it again because it was just fun. And hopefully I'll have like other people that want to do it too with me. I'll have to ask my 3 friends that I have. 4 actually, one's a dog though. But I have other friends too. Come on. It's just like these are my best friends, all right. But that would be fun to watch. But like the thing is, like season 1 was just so bad, really bad in many different ways, but it was so bad that it was like just first of all, it blew my mind how bad it was, but also it was pretty just fun and funny to watch and make fun of. Like that's the thing. It was so bad that it was just fun to watch and make fun of. So I don't know how many TV shows and movies are like that where it's just like so bad. Because there's the movies that are like so bad they're funny, but this one was so bad it was fun to make fun of. And so that's why it was fun to watch slash melted my brain with how dumb it was. This is not hyperbole. This is like exactly what I was thinking while I was watching it. So now season 2 is coming out and they have a trailer here which we will check out in a second. Um but of course there's a lot of articles talking about it. So let's just check out Variety right now. Sauron is on the rise in the first trailer for season 2 of The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, which premieres on August 29th. What is it? May, June, July, August. So in 3 months, is that right? A little more than 3 months? 3.5 months? I don't know. Hard for me to do the math. Amazon unveiled the trailer at the premiere date in New York City on Tuesday as part of its upfront presentation to advertisers. To what advertisers? The action-packed first look focuses on the rise of the fearsome and powerful villain during Middle-earth's Second Age. As Sauron, Charlie Vickers disguises himself as an elf to aid Celebrimbor, Charles Edwards, into the forging of the titular Rings of Power. Now, I have not read like all the books by Tolkien. I did read back in the day, a long time ago, which I should probably read this again because it was a very good book. I remember it being a very good book, the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I remember reading through the whole thing and I didn't know it was 3 separate books because it was like one combined book. And then after I was like, oh, it's 3 books. It was like this huge book. And then I don't know if I read The Hobbit before or after, but I did read The Hobbit too. And they were great. They were both great. So I kind of want to get them again and reread them. And I probably should. Oh, can I do that in 3 months? Because I could read those books in 3 months. I just don't have tons of time. I would have to read them like on the weekends because during the week I work and then I shoot these videos and I try to do like reels and stuff, which I haven't done for a while because I've been shooting these videos. But anyway, the point is, I could do it. You know, I may you what I'm gonna do, which is not ideal because I like reading books better than audiobooks. I'm gonna have to do the audiobooks. Let's face it, because I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I kind of want to read them. I just don't have a lot of free time. You know, I wonder how many hours it would take to read through it. Because if I could spare like 3 hours on every weekend or something, could I do it in the next 3 months? But anyways, the point is, um, oh yeah, what was the whole point of it? Gosh dang it. Sauron. I know that from like watching videos on I've watched a fair amount of videos on YouTube of people who are much smarter than me about talking about the Lord of the Rings and stuff and the storyline and all that because I like watching that sort of thing. And it seems like Sauron can change his form to be like looking different at different periods of time throughout history, right? So when it says disguises himself as an elf, I think I don't know if it's like put on a costume. It's more like he can actually change his whole body to look like someone else's body, like in X-Men, like the blue girl or whatever. What's her name? I don't remember. But disguises himself as an elf to aid Celebrimbor. Yeah, all sorts of menacing creatures, orcs, creeping tree vines. Oh, I guess we got to watch the trailer to see it. An oozing morass of wormy goo appears to pollute the land, while many of the characters from season 1 ready themselves for battle, including Galadriel, who, if we remember from Lord of the Rings, the trilogy, the best trilogy of all time, basically. You know what would be a good book, by the way, that I want to be seen? Well, I don't know. Like, it depends. Like, it depends on who would create it, because these days, like, they've been sucking so bad making movies. Is Cities in Flight, which is a sci-fi book. Look that up. As the name implies, cities from the planet Earth fly up into space because they figure out anti-gravity. And I don't remember if like the Earth is like, used up or whatever, like that trope where like, oh, the Earth is used up, it's polluted, we used up all the water and all the land and stuff, and now it's desolate. And so they go up into space, and then it goes through like a long period of time, like long period of time. But I need to read that again because that's a good book. But that would be cool, that I haven't really heard of anyone talking about as far as like turning it into a movie or just talking about in general. So I don't know if it's like an underdog book, but check it out, Cities in Flight. But it's a sci-fi book, so I don't know why I said that. Sci-fi books are great. It's because I'm reading something about fantasy. Yeah. All these people, blah blah blah. The preview also includes a brief shot of the character known as the Stranger. You mean Gandalf? Wielding a wooden staff. Yes, who could that be? In the season 1 finale, he was revealed to be one of the wizards who later populate Middle Earth. So, I guess they could be like, yeah, he's one of the other wizards, actually. They could change that because they left it open. They might do that to like subvert our expectations, because they're gonna be like, oh, they're gonna think it's Gandalf, but actually it's one of the blue wizards, or actually it's, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not the blue wizards, but I don't know who. Radix. It looks like Gandalf. Okay, it looks exactly like Gandalf. Although the Stranger hasn't been officially confirmed to be an early version of Gandalf, the most famous of Middle-earth wizards, the show hasn't exactly disabused that impression either. Other key Lord of the Rings cameos: Mount Doom, one of the Great Eagles, what could be the Watcher of the Water. I don't know what the Watcher of the Water is. And then Barad-dûr, Sauron's central fortress in Mordor. Okay, let's watch this. However, I'm going to have to switch this to hear the audio. I'm going to have to share the actual, kind of sucks on StreamYard. I wish they had an easier way to switch, because right now to share audio you have to share the tab, but I was sharing the window to show the article and the video, the article. But anyway, so let me share the tab here. Let me share the tab. Okay, here we go. You ready for this? Hopefully the audio works. Actually, I'm going to get rid of this. Here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready for the best show ever? Oh my gosh.
Ancient
Holy
and powerful has returned.
Oh man, slimy.
Prepare yourselves.
He talks is like. That's exactly how it Prepare yourselves. Oh my.
Worms his way inside your mind. The crest of him slithers in.
I mean, it looks cool.
I think he has been here. I think he's been here among us all along.
Sauron? Like he's been here all. Yeah, he has. He's been chilling with you the whole entire season 1. Oh, that definitely does not look like how Sauron looked before. I can't. Who is this new person? What? He's got long hair now instead of black hair. So I totally can't tell who he is. Look at this amazing disguise. Wouldn't it be like so cool if this is exactly what it is? Like this exactly like everybody's gonna think he's not what was his name? Freaking when he had black hair. This guy right here, the character. Uh wouldn't it be amazing if everybody looked at him now with the long hair and be like, "Oh, who are you? You're someone else," even though he looks the exact same. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't know if you're trying to know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, but that would be just so ridiculous that if people get confused now and be like, "Who's this new person?" Like that would be the most ridiculous thing because he looks the exact same, only with like longer, lighter hair. Like if I did that, I would look people would know who I was still. That looks good. It looks really nice, right? Oh.
Every soul in Middle Earth is in peril.
Look at all her bling. 1, 2, 3, 4 rings. Or his, like, I don't know who that is. That is so many rings, first of all. Also, because I'm not like super privy on all the lore and everything, some of these characters and like creatures and stuff, I don't know who they are necessarily, or like the vines, or like the squirmy mass coming out of the ground. Ooh. Okay, that's just stupid. Stupid elf flying with his feet first, spinning. It's just the stupidest thing where they. Oh, and I can't wait for them to do that. I can't wait for them to continue doing that, where they just do these ridiculous like movements and stuff, jumping around and all that crap, just because they think it looks cool. But it's so ridiculous, like it's way overboard. It doesn't look cool. It looks like obviously like it's overdone, or what's the word? There's another word for it. Whatever. Overdone. It's overdone. Oh.
He's so
Wait, doesn't he kind of look like Johnny Depp here? The Lord of the Rings of Power of the Lord of the Rings of the Power. He totally looks like Johnny Depp here. That is Johnny Depp. It's Johnny Depp. I don't know. It looks cool, but you know it's going to be horrible because. Oh my god! I'm very excited. I don't know. I think it's gonna be so bad. Probably. Holy crap! If it's actually good, it's not gonna be good. If it's actually good, I would be blown away. But it looks really good, right? Like, but it's always kind of looked really good. Yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous. So I'm very excited. First of all, to watch other people that I like watching review it and talk about it on their various podcasts and stuff. It's gonna be big because of that for me. Like it's gonna be fun to see people's reactions and talk about how bad it is and stuff. Or if maybe there's actually good parts. Who knows? Who knows if they learned anything from last season? But like they're not gonna change everything and make it good. They maybe change a couple things. So yeah, I will definitely be watching. Oh, we gotta look at that. Look at that ratio: 76,000 to 390, almost 400,000 down votes. That's crazy. 6.3 million views. Darkness will bind them. The Rings of Power returns. Okay. And then of course we're gonna have all the. Oh, you're not even looking at this. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. So what impresses me the most about this trailer, they haven't turned the comment section off. 417 replies. Yet They really should. Any video related to Rings of Power just become tons of people memeing or hating it before it's even out. There's no room for actual discussion. It's sad. What's the actual discussion? The first season didn't like. What's the discussion? There's no discussion. The first season. All I remember from the first season, I watched the whole thing and made videos on it, is that Galadriel and Sauron at the end was Galadriel found out that Halbrand was Sauron, which we knew throughout the whole entire season because it was obvious. And then he became the king because of her, I believe, right? Yeah, because she was like the sigil or something on the bag that he had. He became the king of the Southlands, I believe. And then it was like Southlands. Actually, no, it's Mordor. And so like he became the king of Mordor. Now he's there. And then I don't know, there was like a battle or something, and the volcano blew up because of like this crazy machine that was activated by some guy. And then I honestly, it was so ridiculous and odd and like crazy that I don't even remember, because there's like nothing to remember about it. There's nothing to remember about the first season that had any strength to it. It was all just wackiness and like things that got forgotten in the plot, and like they were doing something and then later on they totally forgot about that and was like, just forget about that, it never happened. And crazy things like people getting stabbed and like then they were fine later, like, yeah. So there's nothing to remember. Good thing they left them on. How else are we going to get 4,500 people leaving the exact same comment? Yes. Well, that does happen, doesn't it? So let's see some of these other comments. But they were all of them deceived, for another wig was made. Yeah, the wigs. Yeah. I'm not like, I don't think the wig is bad. It's like, let's take a look at it. It's not a bad wig. It's just, I'm assuming this is what they're talking about. But maybe it's his hair with like extensions. It's just the idea that all they do was like give him a wig and now he looks like a totally different person. Sauron wears a wig. Galadriel, I've never met this man in my life. You shall not pass. Puts on wig. Oh, my apologies. You may pass. Yeah. That's, I don't know. It's just dumb. Oh no, Halbrand is actually Sauron. Halbrand puts on wig and pointy ears. Elves, where did he go? Must have been the wind. Yup. My favorite part is when Sauron, the master of disguise, puts on a wig and yells, "It's Sauroning time!" and then performs an air flare. Oh, I'm very excited. Can't wait. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. But that was it. Can't wait to watch it. It'll be cool. Talk to y'all later.